that's all part of practicing yoga, is tuning into the body and how you're feeling and what you're up for, and remembering that what I'm offering is an invitation, and so you can choose to accept the invitation or gracefully decline. All right, so we're going to start from a standing position, and as we did the other day, just sort of like come off center a little bit, rocking side to side. Weight of the body shifting side to side. And then come to land with feet hip distance apart. Head over heart, heart over navel, navel over pelvis. And just feel how it is to come back to center. And if you have any favorite practices for centering, for grounding and rooting, begin there. Whether it's deepening the breath, and imagining feet and legs getting heavy, or if you'd like to imagine roots reaching down through your mat, through the floor into the earth. Or maybe you'd like to imagine a beam of light in the center of your at lower abdomen, just below the navel. Maybe you like to imagine that beam of light reaching down into the mat. So whatever works for you. The next time, if your eyes were closed, eyes float open, roll to one side of the foot and then the other, kind of like parallel skiing. Notice how that feels, parts of the body we may not usually tune into. There's a lot of sensation, and there is for me. Just simply noticing that and going gently. And back through center. Left toe balances on the mat, circle your ankle in one direction. You do have that option of balancing on the right leg, lifting the toe and circling. So it's up to you. Either here. And then reverse direction of the circle. And we'll come to the other side. So right toe balances, circling in one direction here. And then reverse it. All right. And feet a little wider than hip distance apart, hands on thighs, bend your knees. And take some circles here. Warm up the knees. And the direction. And then standing up with nice and tall, feet a little bit wider, gentle left and right. So coat sleeves, feeling to warm up the spine. Gentle left and right. Arms are loose. So move from your torso. With those arms just float along. Warming up the spine and also shoulders. And slowing it down until eventually arms come to rest at the side, and just pause. Pause here, eyes closed, your soft gaze at the floor in front of you, and deepen your breath. See if you can breathe so deeply, so slowly that you hear your breath. And you can do ujjayi breath, constricting the throat to slow it down even more. And then step your feet together. We'll come to a side stretch with hands on hips. So hands on hips, we inhale, lift up through the heart, nice and tall. And then press hips to the right. The shoulders dip to the left.
This way.
So hips press to the right, as head and shoulders dip to the left, and let your ear dip towards shoulders on the left side. Pushing into both feet, inhale back up to center. And again, getting nice and tall, nice and long spine. Inhale, heart lifts, maybe a little rolling back to the shoulders. Exhale, pressing hips to the left as head dips to the right. So focusing on the hips, pressing left to deepen through the stretch while you're balanced on both. So you've got both feet planted. And then maybe let that ear dip a little closer to shoulder. And breathing. So there's a little bit of fire inspection going on. That's what those voices are in the background.
But it brings through the things in the past.
And next time you inhale, come back up to center. And arms come to the side and just kind of pause here. And again, you can deepen your breath or center a little bit more, whatever your centering practice may be. Feet heavy, grounded. We'll come to a gentle back. So inhale, arms out in front of you. Exhale, making some space, sweep around. Palms come to lower back. So palms come to the lower back. If that works for your shoulder, if not, modify it in any way that helps. And inhale, lift through the heart. Exhale, draw those shoulder blades a little bit closer together and down and back. And notice how that brings you into a very, very subtle back. So you can stay here or inhale. Exhale, hips press forward, heart reaches forward and up. We look to where wall meets ceiling. Gentle back bend here. Shoulder blades drawing together down the back. Hips pressing forward, heart reaching forward and up. So only look up at the ceiling if it feels good for your neck. Maybe a little early in the day. Breathing here. When you're ready, inhale, come back up to standing. Let the arms float down. Circle your wrists around. Circling wrists in one direction. And then the other. And we'll open through chest and shoulders a little bit more. Arms float up to shoulders. We inhale, heart reaches forward and up as shoulder blades draw together and down. Take a breath in. Exhale, circle elbows up, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin, elbows draw towards. Inhale, lifting up with elbows, head, circle back, shoulder blades gently drawing towards one another now. Breathing here. Breathe in again. Exhale, circle up, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin, elbows draw together. Pausing here, breathing. And then inhale, lifting up, elbows circle up and back. And again, gently drawing the shoulder blades together and down. Breathing through this nice open. And then inhale, elbows circle up, tuck that tailbone, tuck the chin, pause here. And inhale, lift up. And arms float down the side. We're going to build a bit more heat, a bit more warmth in the body as we warm up the shoulders. Stepping feet wide, lumberjack. So we did this last class. So clasp your hands in front of you like you're holding an axe. It's up to you how high you go with your hands. You may go shoulder height. That's what's best. Maybe you start shoulder height and eventually get higher. But the idea is inhale up and then you bend your knees and you sweep down. And we inhale up, bend those knees, sweep down with a ha. Inhale up, bend those knees, ha. Inhale up, ha. Keep going. Ha. 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 Two more. Ha. Ha. And then come on up to standing. Again, just sort of pausing. Maybe you close your eyes or take a soft gaze and return to your breath. Return to focusing on your breath. And then step feet closer together, hip distance apart. We'll inhale again, arms out in front of you. Exhale, making some space. Reach around. Find your right wrist. So find the right wrist with your left. Roll that right shoulder up, back, and down. And then draw the wrist closer to tailbone, gently reaching down. As you let your left ear dip towards left shoulder. And pause here. Slowing the breath down. Maybe you reach the side of your neck a little higher towards the ceiling. Noticing any sensation there. So again, the right shoulder is back. Maybe you reach that right shoulder down a little bit, noticing sensation. And notice tailbone. Are you tilting? Can you sort of come to neutral or maybe a slight tuck of the tail? And breathe. Three more breaths here, please. And then inhale back up to center. Release the wrists, let the arms float beside you. Just noticing the buoyant, noticing the energy, releasing through the arms. And we'll come to the other side. Inhale, arms up in front of you. Exhale, making space. Reach around, finding left wrist with the right hand. Before we reach down with the wrist, we roll the left shoulder up, back, and down. Then we reach the wrist down. So drawing wrist down your tailbone. Inhale, lift through the heart. Exhale, let your right ear dip towards right shoulder. Noticing sensation along the side. And breathing here, pausing here. Maybe you reach the side of the neck a little bit up to the ceiling. Deepening sensation and deepening stretch. As you continue to breathe, slow and steady. Maybe you reach that left shoulder down a little bit, again, deepening the stretch. And noticing tailbone, very subtle tuck of the tail. As you continue to breathe. Three more breaths. And inhale. Head comes back up to center, release the arms. Pausing. And then let's give a little assistance to our neck and shoulders. Gentle massage along the top of one shoulder. And then the other. And then using your knuckles to massage the sides of the neck that we just stretched. So drawing the knuckles down the side of the neck. You will know it when you feel it, that tendon that attaches to the skull. And then just behind the ears, use your middle finger. and massage just behind the ear, drawing down, working with the glands behind the ear, touching, stimulating circulation that washes through, cleansing any toxins out there. Good. And then we'll tap the thymus gland in the center of the chest, stimulating the thymus gland, boosting it. All right, and then finding your strap. Find your strap, we'll do standing yoga mudra. Now remember, you've got to take this to the degree that works best for you and your body. So we start out with legs wide as the mat. Arms behind his palms facing away. Holding onto the strap. Inhale to the center of your chest. So imagine breathing to the center of the chest. Exhale, broaden from there. Your chest, collarbone, shoulders. As your shoulders roll back, shoulder blades drawn towards one another and down. So remember, when we fold forward, I invite you to slide one hand away from the other on the strap to make this accessible and safe for your shoulders. So we inhale, lift to the heart, and exhale. Shoulder blades drawing towards one. Inhale, lift for the heart. Exhale, we begin to fold forward. Arms are extended fully. Slide one hand away from another. And let your head be. So letting your head be heavy, hands as wide as you want on that strap. So that shoulders can rotate. Strap reaching in the direction of the head. 3 slow, steady breaths here. A little bend of the knees. That's better for you, for your hands. Gentle bend. 3 breaths here. For a deeper experience, reach your tailbone up. And then pushing into your feet. Come on up. Keep those arms fully extended. And then drop one side of the strap with those arms just kind of float together, feeling buoyant. Strap comes to the side. Feet come hip distance apart. 2 options for half. You can have one hand on the hip, one hand behind your head, or arms sweep up, palms together. We steeple the first finger and the thumbs connect, other fingers go down. So you're either here with shoulders away from fingers, or you can be here with one arm extended, one hand on hip, or here. So wherever you are, I'm going to lead from here to begin. Inhale, we reach up, getting some really good length here. Reach up, up, up. And then exhale, hips press left, arms reach up and over to the right, rolling that left shoulder back, whether you've got hand on hip or hand behind head. Again, grounded through both. And then inhale, come back up to center. Pause, and give a little shake. Should shake arms, legs, shake the knees are bent. And we'll come back to the other side. So again, feet hip distance apart. Inhale, we're nice and tall. Exhale, decide if you want hand on hip, hand behind head, or arm extended, or both arms extended. Steepling that pointer. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, keep that length as you press right hip over to the right, rolling right shoulder back, reaching up and over. Either here or here. Pushing into your feet. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, step your feet wide and just come to a very gentle float. So knees can be bent. Head heavy, use your block if you like to. And you're slightly wide forward. Just to breathe and integrate. 3 slow, steady breaths in and out of your nose. And then inhale, come halfway up, hands to thighs, lengthen. Do a little roll of the shoulders, a little squish of the tailbone, and then push into your feet and come up. Good. Finding your block. Place between your thighs. So this keeps it really simple for Utkatasana in terms of thighs, knees, feet parallel. So we're squeezing the block with our inner thighs. Toes are pointing forward. Take a breath in. Exhale, arms sweep out in front of us. Sit back. Keep squeezing that block. As you sit back, find an imaginary chair behind you, weighting the bodies and heels. Heart lifts. Heart lifts and arms draw into shoulder sockets for Utkatasana. And then push into your feet, arms come up overhead, keep squeezing that block. We lift through the heart. Exhale, hips shift forward. Again, gentle back bend, looking where wall meets ceiling or the ceiling, it's okay for that. And then arms sweep down, block comes to the side. Feet hip distance apart, hands on hips, step the right foot back to the center of the mat, please. Warming up with our warrior 2, bend and straighten that left knee. And as you bend, notice your alignment. Does that mean directly over ankle? If not, move those toes forward. So nice wide stance is the best, if it's okay for the hips to go that wide. So that when your knee bends, there you go, stacked over ankle, and gently reach that knee in the direction of left pinky toe. Good. We'll start out with palms facing up in our warrior 2. So palms face up, arms are extended, level with shoulders. Take a nice breath into the center of your chest. Exhale, gently draw the shoulder blades together and down back. Inhale, palms float up, front leg moves to straight. Exhale. Find your warrior 2. Inhale, scoop up. Exhale, find that warrior 2. One more time. Hold, gazing over front middle finger. Shoulders stacked above hips. Gently drawing those shoulder blades together and down the back. Front knee is bent, reaching towards pinky toe. Nice, everybody. Alignment looking good, knee towards pinky toe. Yeah. And then arms float down. Back foot meets front. We'll inhale, sweep up. Exhale, heart reaches forward, knees bend. Pause here, 3 breaths. And then inhale, come up to stand, or rather come up halfway, pike position. And then pushing in the feet, come all the way, arms sweep out and up. And pause. Hands come to hips. Big step back with the right foot to the right edge of your mat for warrior 1. Excuse me. So big step back with that right foot to the right edge of the mat, and we've got an angle on the back. So we're not in the center of the mat with that right foot, we're by the edge of the mat with the right foot. Yes, good.
Using the other foot, the one we did last time, or still?
Still right foot back. Yeah, it looks different because I'm not really teaching for Yeah. And that back heel is lifted and we move it away to get a little angle on the back foot. Yes. Front knee is bent for warrior one. So imagine hips are headlights shining straight ahead. Front knee is bent, reaching towards pinky toe. Two options, either arms are extended and we take some circles up, back, and around, or hands are on shoulders. Elbows circle up, back, and around. Still get the benefit with hands on shoulders. So if it's safer for your shoulders, stay here. Grounded through both feet. So you're pressing into the outer edge of the back foot, base of the front. Inhaling up, exhaling back and around. Nice and slow. Inhale up. Exhale back and around. One more time, we inhale up. Exhale back and around. This time we inhale up. Exhale, setting up for flying warrior. So arms are extended, palms face away. Front knee remains bent. Stay here if you like working with shoulder blades together. Or if that's where your energy is. Otherwise, inhale, lift through the heart. Exhale, flying warrior. Heart reaches forward, arms are fully extended. Keeping a bend in that front. And then push into that front foot, we lift up. Back foot meets front. Arms straight up. And we pause. Taking some cleansing breaths here. So closing eyes or take a soft gaze. Notice your heart beating, supporting the work we did with the large muscles of the legs. Two more breaths here. And I'm going to move here so I can do the other way. So come to the other side, starting out with hands on. So big step back with the left foot. Left foot to the center of the mat for warrior two. Warm up that front knee and straightening, checking out your alignment, making any adjustments if you need to. And then we bend with that right knee. Right knee reaches towards right pinky toe. Pressing into the outer edge of the back foot. Inhale, arms float up to shoulder height, palms face up. Palms face up to straight. Inhale, palms come together above the head, front leg moves to straight. Exhale, find your warrior. Inhale, sweeping up. Exhale, warrior. One more time, inhale, sweep up. Exhale, holding warrior two for 5 breaths. So again, heart, shoulders over hips, slight tuck of the tailbone, shoulder blades gently turn towards one another and down the back. Arms float down, back foot meets front, we sweep up. Exhale, fold forward. 3 breaths here. And then inhale, come halfway up, lengthen. Pushing in the feet, sweep up. Palms together over the palms. Hands come to hips. Big step back to the left foot to the left edge of the mat. So not the center of the mat, but the left side of the mat for warrior one. And if it helps you stay steady, move that right foot towards the right side of the mat so you get a wider stance. Front knee is bent. Hips facing forward. Maybe a slight tuck of the tail. Excuse me, either hands on shoulders, circling elbows up, back and around, or arms fully extended. Inhale up. Exhale back. The bend in that front knee reaching towards 2 more circles. And then inhale up, exhale back, palms face away. Broaden through collarbone, shoulder blades together and down. Stay here, or inhale, lift through the heart, exhale, heart reaches forward, pressing the base of the front foot, out edge of the back foot. Feet remains bent. And then pushing that front foot, come on up. Step that back foot forward. Palms together. All right, doing some balance work before we come down onto our mat. So if you like to be near a wall, set yourself up near a wall. Or if you like to come off your mat, come off your mat. If you're along the wall, weight the body's in the left, where are you? Your right side, right leg, left toe balance. So we'll come to heron pose. So walls along the right side if you need it. Strong tree trunk on the leg on the right side, left toe balance. Inhale, elbows float up, wrists are soft, nice and broad for collarbones and shoulder. Gazing at your drishti, your focal point on the floor or wall. Hip bones to navel, navel draws it in. Keep the toe on the ground, or inhale, lift it. Inhale, lift the knee a little more. Exhale again. And release. All right, weight of the body shifts to the left leg. So now the ball's along the left side if you need it. Strong left leg, right toe balance. Gazing at your drishti, your full. Inhale. Elbows bend, wrists up, broad through collarbones and shoulders. Hip bones to navel, navel draws it in. Staying here with toe on the mat, or inhale. Really lengthen through that supportive leg, lifting up out of the hips. And inhale, maybe lift a little more. And exhale. And all right, now we make our way down onto the mat, onto our knees for gate pose. We have a block hand. So use your blanket if you like that under the knees. Block along your right side to start. So extend your left leg out to the side, toes point forward. And try to have the full foot pressing into the ground, outer edge of the foot pressing into the ground. And imagine an imaginary line in front of your left big toe, and it should also go right in front of your knee. So this imaginary line in front of the toe, and yeah, nice. Gently press in the outer edge of that left foot. Feel that engage. Hands on the hips. Inhale, extend your right arm up. Exhale, reach over and up. So up and over rather. Reaching to the left, rolling right shoulder. Keep this. So a lot of side stretches. So if you have any tenderness on the side body, just pay attention to that. Take it easy. You can always take a break. And then Inhale, sweep that arm up and find the block. Find the block, we'll come to a counter stretch. Inhale, left arm up, reach. Still pressing through outer edge of the left foot. Inhale, sweep that arm up, finding your hip, and we'll switch. So left knee on the mat, the blanket, switch a rock. Extending the right leg long to the side, toes point forward. Foot is pressing into the ground. We've got that imaginary line from the top of the big toe and our knee. Beautiful. Starting out with hands on hips. Inhale, left arm extends up, up, getting length. Exhale, reach up and over, right, rolling shoulder back. And one more breath here. Then inhale, sweep up, find your block for counter stretch. Inhale, right arm reaches up and up. Nice length along the right side. And sweep up and down. Both knees come beside one another. Modified camel. If you want to do full camel, feel free. I'm going to do modified camel with hands on the tops of your thighs. We inhale, lift through the heart reaches forward and up as shoulder blades draw back and down. Heart reaches forward and up. We look to our longies. So again, gentle back. If you want more of a back bend, really press those hips forward. So in camel pose, we would reach back and rest hands on ankles. I'm not going to do that. Ha 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 ha! So funny. All right, and come back. And we're going to go right into a nice puppy stretch here. So hands reach forward, hips stay over the knees. Gentle press back the hips. Not so much that hips are no longer sort of above the knees, but enough that you feel this nice length. And lower back and let your head drop between your arms. And then walk your hands back. And swing your feet around. We will come to legs out in front. We've got our strap. We'll use the strap for a gentle forward fold. Strap wraps around the base of the toes, so not the arches, but the base of the toes. Now, if hamstrings are tight or there's any concern about knees, put something underneath your knees. You can use your socks, you can use your sweatshirt, jacket if you want. Get a little bit of support there so knees aren't flexing or overextending too much. So we sit up nice and tall. Inhale, lift. Exhale, shoulders roll back and down. See if you can keep that nice lift through heart, shoulders broad as we inhale. Exhale, heart reaches forward. We slide our hands down, go closer to the feet. And pause where you feel sensation, when you feel sensation on the back of the legs. So we're not rounding, we're reaching heart towards toes to isolate and stretch. And we'll breathe. You can certainly look down at your knees, but we don't want to round through the back. We want to continue reaching heart towards toes. 3 breaths here. Next inhalation, lift and out. Forward fold, pushing. Cross your legs just for a little bit. Legs across, we'll come to a seat. So hands on knees, we inhale, lift through the heart. Exhale, roll the shoulders back, lifting up out of the inhale, length again, turning to the left. Right hand finds left knee. Left hand behind you, push into those fingertips, getting more like rolling left shoulder. Lifting up from tops of the shoulders, tops of the ears, rolling left shoulder back. And turning a little over left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, head comes back to center the neck. Shoulders, chest, hands on knees. We do some cat and cow here. Inhale, navel, chest draw forward, shoulders roll back, exhale, tuck in. And next time you're tucking around, a pause here, leaning back, holding onto the knees. And then inhale, sit up nice and again, we'll inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turning to the right. Gentle twist. Turning to the right, left hand finds the right knee. Right hand behind you, close to the body, pressing into the fingertips as you inhale, lengthen. So Jody, bring that hand closer to you. Yeah, push into the fingertips so you get some good length. And turn. Rolling the right shoulder back. Lifting up nice and tall. Looking over right shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come back through center. Any other integrative movement, whether it's cat and cow or something else. So maybe you fold forward. And then finishing up, swing your feet around, come on to your back. And hug knees to chest. Extend your right leg long on the mat, hugging left knee towards left shoulder. And then place your left ankle on the right thigh, close to the knee. So left knee falls out. Slide your right foot onto the mat. So this may be your reclined pigeon pose. Or maybe you slide that right foot a little bit closer, opening left knee away. So finding something that works with enough sensation that you feel the stretch, but not that it makes you effort through your breath. So you want to be breathing slow and opening left knee. This may be good for you, feeling into the left glute, or you may want to slide a block underneath the right foot, come a little bit more deeply into the stretch. Or reach your left hand between that open, clasp hands behind the right thigh, drawing the right thigh closer to you. Gentle rock left. Come back through center if you've got your hands clasped behind your thigh, drawing right thigh closer to you. Left elbow presses to the inside of your left leg. Opening that knee a little bit more away. And here, maybe extend that right leg long. A deeper experience, right leg up into the air. Toes pointing to the ceiling. And then right foot floats down, finding that. Extend both legs. And pause. Hands can rest on the abdomen, deepen your breath. And then hug right knee towards right shoulder. 3 breaths here. And then rest right ankle on left thigh, close to the right knee falls out to the side. And then slide your left foot onto the mat. And this may be good for you. You may feel the stretch through the glutes, piriformis muscle, if you open the right knee away from you. Or maybe you slide that foot a little closer to you. Again, opening right knee away. Left foot flat on the mat, supporting you. Left foot nice and flat on the mat. Lined up with the knee. Stay here. Or slide your block underneath left foot. Or right hand reaches between that open, clasp hands behind left thigh. Drawing left thigh closer to you as you open right knee away. Gentle rocks to the side. And come back to stillness. Inhale, exhale, draw that left thigh a little closer to you as right elbow presses inner thigh away on the right side. Breathe into the right glute, right piriformis muscle. Deep in the belly of the glute. And you have that option of extending left leg up. And left foot floats down, finds the mat. Both legs extend. Pausing here, hands rest on that. Pausing. Slide your feet onto the mat nice and wide. Arms can come up to cactus. So elbows level with shoulders. Back of the hands rest on the floor or blocks. Take some left and right with hips. And matching breath and movement. Inhale knees to center. Exhale to the side. Inhale to center. Exhale to the other side. One more time, either side. Please come back to center. Find your blocks. So have the blocks close by. We're going to use them in a gentle twist. So first, we put one block between the thighs, feet off the mat. So block between the thighs, just as we did for Uttanasana. And block along the right side. Just to the side of the mat. Arms open up in T position, palms down or up. You decide what feels best for the shoulders. So arms level with shoulders in T, shape of a T. Squeeze the blocks. Inhale, knees a little closer to you. Exhale, let them fall to the right, finding the block. Now, if the block on lower setting is not good for the lower back, bring it into too deep of a twist, you can put the block a little higher and rest your right thigh on the block. You have the option of turning your head, looking left.
Keeping that left shoulder grounded to the mat. Left shoulder pressing in the mat. Breathe in here. And then inhale back up to center. Squeeze that block. And switch your block. So block comes to the left side, a little past the mat. Arms in T position. Squeeze the block. Inhale, knees closer to you. Exhale, let them fall to the left, finding the block with the left thigh and turning the loop. So if you can't find that block with the left thigh, play with that block setting. Maybe go a little higher, maybe move it a little bit closer. So steady breath. And inhale, knees back up to center. Block comes to the side, hugs to chest. A little rocking, massaging the lower back. And then extend legs up into the air. Hold on to the back of the thighs. And just begin to slow the breath down. Deepening breath in through the nose. And out. If you want to move into Vegas breath, breathe in through the nose for the count of 4. And then as if you're softly blowing out a candle, blow out through pursed lips to the count of 6. So in through the nose, count of 4. Softly through pursed lips to the count of 6. And feet come down, gentle hug in the knees, or feet wide, gentle. Windshield wiper left, right. So whatever movement your body's wanting to complete the practice. And there. And then make your way to Shavasana. So getting comfortable if you're at home or watching this later, you can lie in bed, cover up with a blanket, take as much time as you like in Shavasana. You've got a rolled up blanket or cushion underneath the knees. Settling down, settling in. Noticing where the back of the head touches the mat. Noticing your shoulders resting on that. Feeling upper back touching mat beneath you. Middle back. Parts of the lower back. Feeling buttocks resting on the mat. Feeling hamstrings, backs of the thighs resting on the mat. Feeling calf muscles resting on. Feeling the heels touching the elbows. The body becomes heavier with each exhalation. Rest. Take it deep in your breath. Wiggling fingers and toes. Reaching arms overhead, stretching long. And then give yourself a hug. Give yourself a hug, walking fingertips towards shoulder blades. Breathing here. And as you release the arms, knees come up to chest, hugging knees to chest. And rolling to one side, pausing, pausing, noticing your breath. And then with eyes closed, your soft gaze. Slowly press up. Slowly press up again. If you're at home, take as much time on the back. Much easier when you're in transition. Otherwise, sitting up, eyes closed. Or soft gaze, legs crossed, or you could be out front and wide like a diamond.
Focusing on breath for a few more moments here. And give yourself another hug, other arm is up top this time. And then inhale, eyes float open, arms open wide, sharing some of that good yoga energy, just amplify out as it were. May have a lovely day.